The prophecy didn't whisper, it thundered. Before Oedipus ever drew breath, fate had already spoken his name and written his crime. He would kill his father and marry his mother. A sentence carved into the future like a scar. And from the moment those words were heard, every human choice meant to stop them began pulling the world tighter toward their fulfillment. Terrified, his parents made a decision they believed merciful. The infant was taken to the mountains, his ankles bound, left for the cold and the beasts to decide what the gods had already promised. But fate does not need cruelty to survive. It needs only one act of mercy. A shepherd could not bear the child's cries. The baby lived. The prophecy waited. Oedipus grew into a man strong in body and spirit, raised far from his birthplace, believing he had escaped whatever darkness might haunt his blood. Yet rumors reached him, whispers that he was not who he believed. Seeking truth, he went to the oracle. He did not ask about his parents. He asked who he was. And the answer shattered him. You will kill your father. You will take your mother as your wife. Horrified, Oedipus fled the only home he knew, determined to outrun destiny. He chose exile over corruption. But fate does not chase you from behind. It waits for you at the crossroads. There, on a narrow road, a violent dispute erupted between Oedipus and a stranger who demanded he move aside. Tempers flared, blades flashed. When the dust settled, the stranger lay dead. Oedipus walked away, unaware he had just crossed the first line of the prophecy in blood. He arrived at a city gripped by terror. A monster demanded answers, devouring all who failed. Oedipus solved the riddle, freed the city, and was crowned king. The widowed queen took him as her husband. Applause filled the streets. Songs were sung. The prophecy smiled in silence. Years later, plague struck. Seeking the truth, Oedipus swore to hunt down the cause, never knowing he was chasing himself. Witness by witness, memory by memory, the walls closed in until the final revelation stood naked and undeniable. He was the child left on the mountain. The stranger at the crossroads was his father. The queen beside him was his mother. There was no villain to curse, no god to strike down. Only a man who had tried to do everything right and learned too late that fate had used his virtue as its sharpest tool. The curse of Oedipus was not that the prophecy came true. It was that every step taken to avoid it became the very path that led him home. If this story moved you, please like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment. Your support helps the channel grow and brings more stories like this to life.